श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्ताम् सदा हृदि। रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्। சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஸ்ரீமான் வெங்கடநாதார்யன் கவிதார்க்கிகேசரி வேதாந்தாச்சார்யவர்யோ மே சந்நிதத்தாம் சதா ஹ்ருதி. ராமானுஜதயா பாத்ரம் ஞானவைராக்யபூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்ததேசிகம். சீரொன்று தோப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோர் தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர ஓமளவும்
விபவங்களாவன. In Tamil, va is missing. விபவங்களாவன மீனாய் ஆமையுமாய். So this மீனாய் ஆமையுமாய் is also in the Divya Prabandha. So you have all the incarnations mentioned in the Pashuram. So ityadi helit padiye. So let us take the second quote number 2 under notes. So you have ஆனான் ஆளுடையான் என்று அகுதே கொண்டு உகந்து வந்து தானே இன்னருள் செய்து என்னை முற்றவும் தானானான் மீனாய் ஆமையுமாய் நரசிங்கமுமாய் குரலாய் காணார் ஏனமுமாய் கற்கியாய் இன்னம் கார்வண்ணனே. So this is Tiruvaimozhi 5:1-10. Lord has attracted me, made me his own. So he embraced me, he hugged me, and so on. So he incarnated in many forms only for me, for my sake. So Meenai, Matsyamamai, so as a fish, then Amayamai, in the form of turtle. Kurmamamai, the word Kurmamai is extra given there because I think it's Yenamamai. Yenamamai is Varahamai. The next one is Yenamamai is Varahamai. So of course the incarnations are in different orders in Tamil Divya Prabandham. Just for mentioning, so Narasingamai, so as a manline form, Kuralai as a Vamana, and Inivarapoham Karkiyai, the future incarnation, namely Kalki. Matrum avatarangale ellam innam is matrum, that is other incarnations. We are talking about Karvarnan. Karvarnan is Neelamegha Shyamala Varna, namely with the hue of the cloud. So எனக்காகவே செய்து தானே இன்னருள் செய்து நான் நினைத்ததையே கொண்டு தானே என் மீது இனிய அருளை செய்து, having blessed me by himself, that is Swayam, at the same time for my sake உகந்து வந்து இனிய அருளை செய்து, he gave me a nice blessing, kind blessings. என்னை உத்தேசித்தே, again என்னை Mutravum Tananan. He engaged me completely. Matrum ella avatarangalayum enakku kaatiyullan Emberuman. So he is my master, and whatever form he took, it is for my sake. It was for my sake, and then he occupied me completely. So we are talking about the Vibhava Avataras, incarnations called Vibhavas. Of course, there are so many. So in the ninth point, you have Swami Vedanteshika says Vibhamangalone. So we go to the next page. Vibhutigalode Sajatiyangalai Tondrum Rupangal. So he was incarnating in the species like fish, tortoise, and so on, being one with the one of the creations, and therefore Sajati belonging to one species, Tondrum Rupangal, the forms. Number 10, Avai Tammile Tondrumana Shila Rupangal, Vibhavavatarangal, Vibhavantarangal. So you have other Vibhava incarnations also, but they are different like lion man or man lion. Then of course Vamana, Parshurama, Rama, Krishna are in the form of human beings. Even Balarama. And therefore we have what we call Hayagriva Avatara, Dhanvantari Avatara from the Milky Ocean, Dattatreya Avatara, Kapila Avatara as a sage, so many other incarnations also. Then we go to 11. So Antaryami Rupamavad, Kangal Shivandu. So this is again a quotation from Divya Prabandham. இத்தியாதிகளில் படியே உள்ள யோகிகளுக்கு காணலாவதொரு சூக்ஷ்ம ரூப விசேஷம். Now the inner soul, he became the inner soul for everyone or every living being. And why his eyes are red in color? That is because of the affection towards the creation. So Kangal Shivandu. So you will find, let us see the note after 12. So now this Antaryami is a subtle form. He is visible only to a chosen few, namely the meditators. The meditators. So meditators only can see. Only those who have got power of penance can see this form Antaryami. We are also recommended to see. We are also encouraged to see the Antaryami. We can have in any form. All the forms can be imagined, from the fish, tortoise, the boar, etc. Along with, of course, Rama, Parshurama, Balarama, Krishna, and so on. But still we can have the Archavatara form also. That is either in the standing pose or sitting pose or the lying pose. So whatever imagination that we can do on the incarnations, Vibhava incarnations we can have, and Archa also. So 12, Archavataramavadu, Tamaruhandu Evuruvam Avuruvandane, Tamaruhandadu Epper Matrapper. So this is also a quotation. If I think Keshavdas Swami is ready with the word by meaning, we can see that. So, A, Aalagiku Utpatta Purugalodu. So, of course, the explanation under the letter A is not necessary, because he has a sway over all the things of creation. But I think the Aalagiku Utpatta with reference to us, namely, so we have seen fish, we have seen turtle, we have seen boar, and so on. But we have not seen man lion, and therefore maybe we are keeping these living beings under our control, and therefore so ஆளுகைக்கு உட்பட்ட பொருள்கள். Then விபவ ரூபங்களின் மற்றொரு வகுப்புகள், that's what we are going to see in this. So திருவாய்மொழி 881. கண்கள் சிவந்து பெரிய வாயும் சிவந்து கனிந்து உள்ளே வெண்பல் இலகு சுடர் இலகு விலகு மகர குண்டலத்தன் கொண்டல் வண்ணன் சுடர்முடியன் நான்கு தோழன் குனிசார்ங்கன் ஒன் சங்கதை வாழாழியான் ஒருவன் அடியேன் உள்ளானே. So Nammalvar says that Lord is in his mind, heart, as Antaryan, inner soul. Since Lord embraced me, that's what we saw in the previous quotation. And so Emberaman ennai அணையப்பெற்ற மகிழ்ச்சியால், because he embraced me, he became elated, happy, joyful. And so avan kangal சிவந்து. So because of his affection towards me, vatsalyam, as a father to a child or mother to a child. So vatsalyam, avan kangal shivand. So his eyes became red in color. Ahandra vittane, they are also big in size. Because of the affection, they have enlarged. The eyes have enlarged. Thiruvayam shivandu, his mouth also became red, rather beautiful. Kaninda kanibol ayithu. It looked as though, the mouth looked as though it's a ripe fruit, ripened fruit. So Shivandu Kaninda Kanipol ayithu. And Thiruvayinul வெண்மையான முத்துக்கள் போல் பல்வரிசை விளங்குகின்றது. So within his mouth, Lord's mouth, the teeth look like white pearls. வெண்மையான முத்துக்கள் போல் பல்வரிசை விளங்குகின்றது. இரண்டு திருச்செவிகளிலும், in both the ears, மக்கர குண்டலங்கள் அசைகின்றன. There are ear studs which are in the form of fish. Makara in Sanskrit means crocodile also. Makara is actually whale, shark, and so on, a big fish. But today you can see women wearing big ear studs to attract other women. So Tiruchevi, இரண்டு திருச்செவிகளிலும், in both his divine ears, he has got the costliest jewel, namely the ear studs, in the form of fish. So மக்கர குண்டலங்கள் அசைகின்றன.
மகரக்கு வந்து வாட்டர் பவுண்ட் கிரியேச்சர்ஸ் எடுத்துக்கலாமா?
வாட்டர் பவுண்ட் கிரீச்சர்ஸா
அப்படின்னு எடுக்கலாமா?
எடுக்கலாம். இது வந்து இந்த மக்கராங்கிறது ஆக்சுவலி அந்த காலத்துல வயசானவாழ்லாம் போட்டுக்கிற ஓலை சொல்றாங்க. அந்த ஓலை தான். அது ஆக்சுவலி காஸ்ட்லியே இல்லை. இது பனை ஓலையிலையும் இல்லை பனை ஓலை தான் நினைக்கிறேன், இல்லை தென்னை ஓலையா. அதுல வந்து ஒரு காதணி பண்ணிப்பா. அது வந்து மீன் உருவத்துல இருக்கும். மீன் உருவத்துல மக்கரம்னா இந்த இடத்துல மீன் தான். வாட்டர் கீச்சர்ஸ்னா நிறைய உங்களுக்கு இதுவாயிடும். வேற ஏதாவது கிளிஞ்சல் கூட சொல்லலாம். Kind of a sea monster. That's why I said he is not having terrible ear stud like whale or shark. Timingilam mari illa. Timingilam is a Sanskrit word. Timingilam, whale, and shark. So these are, and even makara means crocodile. So crocodile cannot be the emblem for this ear stud. This is only a small size of a fish, that's all. And the fish may be made up of even the palm leaf. ஓலைன்னு சொல்வா. ஓலை தொங்கட்டான். So here மக்கர குண்டலங்கள் அசைகின்றன. கருமுகில் போன்ற திருமேனி நிறம். We already saw this. மேக ஷியாமள வர்ணஹ, நீலமேக ஷியாமள வர்ணஹ. So he is looking at, he is looked as the cloud, the grey cloud laden with water, filled up with water. Tirumudiyil Kiritam Sudar Vidhindu. On his divine head, so you have the crown. We see the crown. The crown is shining. Sudar Vidhindu. Nandu Tolhalam Enni Anithavin, because he has got 4 arms. Nandu Tolhalam Enni Anithavin, after he embraced me, all these 4 pillar-like shoulders, Miha Prakashikinda. Because of his joy, Yaklat, we say, the Lord is bountiful in grace. That's what. So Mika Prakashikindana meaning they shine more and more as they embrace me, as the 4 shoulders embrace me, and then 4 arms embrace me. Then he has got all the 5 weapons. Valainda Sarangam, the bent bow. Tiruvali, the Chakram, Sudarshanam. Then Tiruchangu, Panchajanyam, the conch. Gada, mace, Kaumodaki. Val, Nandakaha, the Khadga. So these 5 are Ahya Opatra Panchayudam. They have no parallel. So because generally weapons are used for harming others, attacking others. These weapons are neither attacking the devotees of God, they are attacking the enemies of God only, because they have discrimination power, and they are called ornament, but Lord beautifies them. Lord makes them ornaments. They are not beautifying the Lord. So these are the different roles of the weapons. The weapons do not attack a particular section of the society, namely the devotees. And they are attacking with a discriminative power only the enemies of devotees, because Lord has no enemies. And they are only adding beauty to the Lord. In fact, the Lord adds beauty to them. So they are blessed. The 5 weapons are blessed. They have the privilege of getting attached to his hands. So in that way, Nammalvar imagines that Antaryan. Adiyenadu Manathul Prakashikkinran. So he shines within my mind, within my soul. So just like in this figure, namely, so the 5 weapons, when you see 5 weapons in the hands of God, that means we are talking of Srirangam Ranganatha with all the 5 weapons. In Namperumal figure, Utsava idol, and the idol in front of the lying pose of Periya Perumal, the great God. So, and then you have the other things are common. His ornaments are there. The crown on the head, the complexion is beautiful by the grey cloud color, cloud full of water, and he has got ear studs, and his eyes are red in color because of affection. His mouth is red in color because of, again, blessing look, and his mouth look like a ripened fruit. These are also other imaginations of the form of the God within the heart of Nammalvar. So Mudal Tiruvandadi, this is Poihiyalvar. Poihiyalvar's Mudal Tiruvandadi, 44. Tamaruhandadu Evvuruvam, Avvuruvam Tane, Tamaruhandadu Epper, Tamaruhanda Epper Matrapper.
கண்கள் சிவந்து பெரிய ஆய், திருக்கண்கள் சிவந்தும் பெருத்தும் இருப்பவனாய், வாயும் சிவந்து கனிந்து, திரு அதரமும் சிவந்து பழுத்து, உள்ளே அகவாயிலே வெண்பல் இலகு சுடர், வெளுத்த திருமுத்துக்களுடைய விளங்குகிற சுடரை உடையவனாய் லகு இலகு விலகு மகர குண்டலத்தன் மிக விளங்கி அசைகிற மகர குண்டலங்களை உடையவனாய் கொண்டல் வண்ணன் காளமேக நிறத்தனாய் சுடர் முடியன் ஒளிமிக்க திரு அபிஷேகத்தை உடையவனாய் ஒளிமிக்க
நான்கு தோழன்
நான்கு தோழன் திருத்தோள்கள் நான்கும் உடையவனாய் புலிசாருங்கன் வளைந்த சார்ங்க வில்லை உடையவனாய் ஒன் சங்கு கதைவாள் ஆழியான் ஒருவன் அழகிய சங்கும் கதையும் வாழும் ஆழியும் உடையவனான ஒருவன் அடியேன் உள்ளான் அடியேனுடைய உள்ளே விளங்கா நின்றான்.
Thank you.
Someone stands within me with large red eyes and red coral lips, pearly white teeth, and radiant dangling earrings shaped like makura fish. Dark as the rain cloud, he wears a radiant crown, has 4 arms, and holds a beautiful bow, discus, paunch, and mace.
It's a ripe coral lips. Not red coral lips, but ripe coral lips.
Sorry.
Okay, so this is the form envisaged by Nammalvar in his mind. And we go to the Poikiyalvar's Tiruchandavartam. I mean, Mudal Tiruvandadi. So Tamaruhanda Evaruvam. So Ariyan, Tiruvazhiyalvan, Tiruva Mudaliya, Nitya Suriyalai, Parijanamaha Udaya Emberuman. So Aryan, the word Aryan general just means the chakram, but he includes everybody. All the 5 weapons are called Nitya Suris according to the commentator. So Tiruvazhiyalvan, namely Sudarshana Chakram, Mudaliya, etc. The other bow, mace, sword, and the conch are Nitya Suris, permanent residents of Sri Vaikuntham. So Nitya Surigalai Parijanamaha, they are the servants of the Lord. Tamaruhandu Evaruvam, Ashriyathiralal Uhakkapatta Uruvam Iduvo. So whatever form that we can imagine, so Avuruvam Thane Am. So Avuruvamahathan Parinamam Adaivan. So he will change himself in the form that we have as favorite or we like. So Tamaruhandadu Epper, Ashriyathiralal Uhakkapatta Tirunamam Iduvo. So whatever name we want to give him, Apperam, Andha Tirunamame Tanakku, Tanakam Badiyiruppan. So he will be named as we want him to have. And of course, he is guiding. So, and therefore, Tamar Ashritargal. Tamar means people belonging to him. Uhandu, Uhapudane, with a lot of happiness. Evvannam Shindithu, Gunam Cheshtitam Mudalevatil Yadara Vidatte Anusandithu. They will always think upon the activities, rather pranks in Lord Krishna's incarnation, the qualities, unlimited auspicious number of auspicious characteristics. So let us all, when we are meditating upon those qualities and activities, then Imayadu Irupar, Oyamal Paravadai Pannikondiruppargalo. So this word Imayadirupar also means the gods who have no winking of the eye. So we will also, once we see the form in our heart, we will not take it out. We will not be ready to bring the form, make the form disappear. That's the meaning of. So, avvarnam mam, avvarname yavat. So he will take the form which we like.
Devotees get to see the Lord in the forms they wish to see him dearly. He takes the name they wish to call him by. He is of the nature they contemplate in their heart dearly. He is the discus-wielding Lord.
Now, please show the previous paragraph of this English translation. There is one. This is generally this paragraph. Yeah. So this is about Ramanuja's affectionate activity. So some urchins, some children, some lads playing what you call the Aradhana Puja done in the sand, so in the beach, in the bank of a river. So they all imitated the puja activities in the temple, and they were playing on the road, and so they completely exactly imitated. Yeah, prasadam, and then prasadam was taken by Ramanujacharya. So in that way, so that meaning there are people. Lord takes the form. Yeah, Lord takes the form as we wish. So when we think of him, Nenjinan Nenepan Avan Avanahum. So he will be in the form of how we think of him. Nilkadal Vandani. So he also has a complexion of the ocean, the blue colored ocean, the black blue colored ocean. Nilkadal Vandani. Ennambadi, we are going to see the quotation also. Ennambadi, Swayam Vakta, Divya, Arsha, Manusha, Vaishnava, Thanangalile, Sarva Sagishtuvai, Archaka Paratantriyattukku Ellai Nilamai, Sheshashayi Bhava Shabalamai, Bhumaugatam Pujayatam Prameyam Endru Thane Aruli Cheidu Rupa. So this Archavatara is defined like this, explained like this. Swayam Vyakta, self-manifested, Swayam Vyakta, yes. Divya, divine. There is no human intervention in the construction of the temple. Arsha, it has been from ancient times. Okay. Divya is by Devatas. Arsha is by sages. Manusha is by man. One example is Samartha Ramadas in Bhadrachalam. Manusha. Vaishnava. There are temples constructed by the Vishnu devotees. And Sthanangalile, Sarva Sahishnuvai. He tolerated all these activities. In the sense, the service was accepted. Sarva Sahishnuvai. They didn't do any harm, but he was very patient enough to suit his form according to their desire. Then Archaka Paratharanthirthukku Ellai Nilamai. He is the last limit for the dependence on the priest. So we used to say the priest does puja one day elaborately, one day very short, briefly, and therefore he adorns the idol with garlands of different flowers. One day he is not able to procure the flowers, therefore he uses only tulasi, basil leaf, for decoration. So he adorns him with different ornaments to suit to different occasions. So for everything, he is obedient. அர்ச்சகரிட்ட வழக்காய் இருக்கும் விசை தமிழ். அர்ச்சக பாரதந்திரத்திற்கு எல்லை நிலமா. So if you want to emulate the example of obedience to the priest, you can only follow him, follow Lord Vishnu. So Sheshi Baba Shabalama. So he is ready to be a servant to the devotee, and he can exchange the role also. So he becomes the master and we become the servants. So he has got a variety of options. So Shabala is a variety. So Sheshi Bhava Shabalama. He can change himself as a servant. So he went as an ambassador to the Pandavas to the court of Duryodhana. So he was serving them. He served the horses driven in the chariot by him for Arjuna. So he served the horses. In the evening, they gave them a fresh, clean bath and took care of the horses as a driver. So the driver need not take care, so much care. But Parthasarathi, Lord Krishna, took care of the horses also. Pandava Duta, right? So in this way, he served all people. He served the gopis also, the cowherdesses in the Gokulam. Rama served deities in Kanchi. Okay, Pandava Duta, yeah. So as Rama, he served the sages of the forest and so on. So again, Bhumau Gatam Pujayatam Prameyam. So what is the basis for our worship at the temples? Because he is on the earth now, Bhumau Gatam. Therefore, he must be worshipped, Pujayatam Prameyam. The Pramanam and Prameyam are one and the same here, namely the authority as well as the proof. And so this is our duty to worship the Lord on earth. So we are going, let us see number 1. So this is Thiruvaimozhi 369. So he says, Tanjamahiya Tandai Tayodu Tanumai Avai Allanai Yanjalil Amarar Kula Mudal Mover Tamullum Adiyai Anji Neer Ulahathullirgal Avan Ivan Endru Kuzhen Min Nenjinal Ninaipan Avan Avanagum Neelkadal Vandani. So this is what we thought about the Archavatara. Thiruvaimozhi, Nammalvar thinks about the Archavatara, the temple figures, the divine figures in temples. So Ulagil Ullirgale, O people of the world, Sarvavida Bandhuvai, he is all kind of relative. Brahman, Shivan, Indran, இவர்களால் தியானிக்கப்படும் காரண வஸ்துவான எம்பெருமானுடைய மேன்மையை கண்டு அஞ்சி அத்தகைய பரமபதநாதன் இந்த அர்ச்சை வடிவில் இருப்பானா என்று ஐயப்படாதீர்கள். So this is what the meaning given here. So we will take up the word by word meaning also. So because he is in the Paramapada form, Paravasudeva form, we are afraid whether he will be available, he will be accessible by the temple divine figure, and therefore Nammalvar asks us not to doubt his divine presence in the temples. So நீங்கள் உள்ளத்தால் எந்த திருமேனியை நினைக்கின்றீர்களோ, this is what we call Antaryami avatar, Antaryami ரூபம். அந்த திருமேனியுடன் வந்து சேவை தருவார். So he can come and give you the darshan in the form that you think of by your mind. That's what assurance is given by Nammalvar. Nammalvar had the same experience. He did not go to any temple, whereas all gods came to him.
உலகத்து உள்ளீர்கள், உலகத்தவர்களே, தஞ்சமாகிய ரட்சிக்கும் தன்மை பொருந்திய தந்தையும் தாயுமாய் அவை அல்லனாய் அவ்வளவோடு நில்லாது சகலவித பந்துக்களாயும் எஞ்சலில் பகவத் அனுபவத்தில் குறைதல் இல்லாத அமரர் குலம் நித்திய சூரிகளின் திரளுக்கு முதல் தலைவனாய் மூவர்தம் உள்ளும் மும்மூர்த்திகளுக்கும் ஆதியை முதல்வனான எம்பெருமானை நீங்கள் அஞ்சி மேன்மை கண்டு கலங்கி அவன் இவன் என்று எல்லை கடந்த மகிமையை உடைய அந்த எம்பெருமான் வேறு இந்த அச்சாரூபியான எம்பெருமான் வேறு என்று கொண்டு கூழேல் மின் கலங்கி இருக்க வேண்டாம். நெஞ்சினால் நினைந்து உகந்தருளிக்கப்பட்டவன் யாவன் அவனே நீள்கடல் வண்ணனாகும் விசாலமான கடல் போன்ற நிறத்தையுடைய சர்வேஸ்வரனாவான்.
The Lord of radiant gods, worshipped by Indra, Brahma, and Shiva, is Father, Mother, and Self, yet apart from all. O people, do not fall into tears and confusion calling to this godling. My dark-hued Lord takes the form of the heart that the heart seeks.
So you have number 2, Bhujaihi Chaturbihi Samupetam Etadrupam Vishishtam Divi Samsthitam Cha Bhumau Bhujaihi Chaturbihi Samupetam Etadrupam Vishishtam Divi Samsthitam Cha. No problem. Bhumau Gatam Pujayatam Aprameyam Sadahi Tasmin Nivasamiti Devaha. So there is Mahabharatam Bara Mausala 534, 5th chapter, 34th verse. தேவர்களே பரமபதத்தில் இருக்கின்ற என் உருவமே. So he addresses the gods. Lord addresses the gods. பரமபதத்தில் இருக்கிற என் உருவமே, what I call myself as Vasudeva, 4 கைகளுடன் சிறப்புடையதாய், with 4 arms, அளவற்ற பெருமையுடையதாய், விஷிஷ்டம் ரூபம், so having the extraordinary great form. So பூலோகத்தில் in the world, this earth அர்ச்சா ரூபத்தில் அவதரித்திருக்கிறது. So I have come to the earth. அர்ச்சா ரூபத்தில் அவதரிக்கிறது. அதில் எப்பொழுதும் சதா எப்பொழுதும் always he indeed நான் வசிக்கிறேன் நிவசாமி அகம் நிவசாமி. So I live இது என்று உணர்ந்து, so realizing that I am there in flesh and blood in the Archa Rupa, in the temple, நீங்கள் வழிபடுங்கள், பூஜையதாம். So do worship. தேவர்களுக்கு கண்ணன் கூறியது. I think it's a Mausala Parva in Mahabharatam. We are talking about Swayamvyakta. Swayamvyakta is Tane Tondriya Talam. Bhagavan Tane Vandu Tondriya Talam is Swayamvyakta. As you said, established by the gods. B. Devaranal Pratisthai Seyyapatta Talam. C. Munivargal Sthapita Talam. Arsha. D. Sadharana Manidar Amaitha Talam. Manushya. Then E. Paramekantigal Sthapita Talam. Sri Vaishnava. And of course, F. Ella Apacharangalayum Shamippavan. Aradhipavaralukku Vashapatta Tanmai. That is அர்ச்சக பாரதந்திரியத்தினுடைய எல்லை நிலமாயிருப்பவன். Then H. சேஷத்துவம் சேஷித்துவம் இரண்டும் கலந்ததாய். So that's what I said. We are the servants, of course, permanent servants of Lord, but he sometimes also serves the devotees, and therefore சேஷத்துவம் and சேஷித்துவம் are exchangeable for some time. 13. தன்னுளே திரைத்தெழுந்து இத்தியாதிகளிற்படியே நிற்கிற இவ்வஞ்சு ரூபமும் அகலகில்லேன் இறையும் என்று அலர்மேல் மங்கி உரையும்படியான சுபாஸ்ரயமாய் இருக்கும். So in all the forms, the 13th idea is very important, namely all the 5 forms, Para, Vyuha, Vibhava, Antaryami and Archa. So Goddess Mahalakshmi is always with him. She never gets separated from him. Agalagillen, she doesn't want to move away from him. Irayum endru alarmel mangai, because she is on the lotus Alar meaning blossomed flower, namely lotus. Male on the lotus. Mangai, the lady, the goddess on the lotus flower always clings to him, stays with him. And of course, it's called Shubhashraya. Only when the lady is with him, we specially call him as a very auspicious person. Oh, name of the goddess is Tiruchanur, yeah. Tirupati, yeah. Alarmail Mangai. Otherwise called Padmavati. Padmavati's translation in Tamil is Alarmail Mangai. So 14. Of course, Tannule Thiraithezhundu, we will see the notes later. So Thirukkandeen Ponmeni Kandeen என்கிறபடியே சலக்ஷ்மீகமாக பரதத்துவத்தை கண்டவன் மற்ற இங்கோர் திருவில்லா புதுத்தெய்வம் தேரான். So this is one of the three Alvars, namely Mudalaalvargal, the first three Alvars, apostles of Sri Vaishnavism. So Poigai Alvar, Budataalvar and Pei Alvar. So two, we are going to see the note later. They saw in the darkness and the raining time, they identified Lord as the fourth person, nuzzling the tree in the what we call veranda, what we call Dehali, the small portion where they took shelter. So the Alvar said Tirukkandeen. He saw first Mahalakshmi. So first darshan was on Mahalakshmi, then Ponmeni Kandeen, then the golden form of Lord. So Salakshmi Kamaha, so along with Lakshmi Vishishtanaha. So whenever we say Sriman Narayana, so Ipparatattvatai, so the highest principle, namely the Lord Almighty, Kandavan, so when he saw this, Matru Ingor, Tiruvilla Pudutteivam Teran. So such an Alvar will not like to have a darshan of Lord Narayana without Sri. Pudutteivam Teran. He doesn't want to have new God without Sri. In 15, இப்படி சுடர்மிகு சுருதியில் உளனான சிவப்பதிக்கு சரீரம் என்று பிரமாண சித்தமான அவர தத்துவம் சேத்தனம் என்றும் அச்சேதனம் என்றும் இரண்டு வகையாய் இருக்கும். Now the philosophy, the theory of philosophy starts here in the 15th point. So how is the Lord? The Lord is within the flame of the lamp. He is within the lamp, flame, the flame. That means he is bright and he is effulgent. Shudarmihu Shurudiyil Ulanar. Shiyapatiki is the husband of Mahalakshmi. So Shariram Endru. So his body. So what is his body? We all are his body. The entire creation. So Pramana Siddhamana. So it is a philosophical principle with authority. So Avara meaning lower principle. The higher principle is Mahalakshmi with the Lord, whereas Avara is younger, so lower. So lower principle is the creation is divided into two, namely sentient and insentient. Chetanam endrum, achetanam endrum, irandu vagaiya. Then 16. Chetamana avara tattvam. So what is Chetanam? What is the insentient being like? So this is a lower principle, avara tattvam. So Jiva Shabda Vachyamai, Swarupatalum, Shaktyadi Gunangalalum, Parichedyamana Ahamartham. So all of us individually call ourselves I. That I denotes limited power, limited effulgence, tejaha, limited virility, limited capacity for production or creation. No, there's no department of creation for us at all. And the strength, limited mental power, and so on. Jnanam and limited knowledge also. Jnanam, Balam, Aishwaryam, Shakti, Tejaha and Viri. In all these we have limitations. So Shaktiyadi Gunangalam, in all the qualities of the Lord, we have only a little amount. But we are called Jivatmas. Jiva Shabda Vachyaman. Living soul. So Chetanam, the sentient being in the lower category, is called Jivatma by form and with all qualities less in quantity. So limited. Parichedyamana ahamartham. So we now see the Papatte Nikuvadum Dhyanathrikku Eliyadum, number A. Will you please show the A in text from the, I think, no, in the third, A. Shubhashrayam. Shubhashrayam is A. Shubhashrayam meaning auspicious form, auspicious Mahalakshmi is there, and therefore he is called. So because Mahalakshmi is there, so our sins are removed. Shubhashrayam is auspicious form, meaning what is the auspiciousness of the form? What is the use of the form? Auspiciousness of the form. Because it removes our sins. Dhyanathrikku eliyadum. It is easy to meditate. That is the meaning of the word Shubha, auspiciousness. So Tanda Tattvam is Avara Tattvam. Urvattalum Shakti Mudalayattalum Kurai Udayavadu, that's what just we say. So D Jivan. Jivatma calls himself I, Aham. Now let us take the number 1. Tannule Thiraithalum Taranga Ventadankadal. Tannule Thiraithalundu Adanguginda Tanmai Pol. Ninnule Pirandirandu Nirpavum Tiribavum. Ninnule Adanguginda Nirmainin Kan Nindade. So this is Tiruchandavratam Nammalvar 10. 10th song. So Emberumane, so O Lord, Nammalvar addresses him. Alaygal Vishaparadu Oindirikkum Kadal Katinal, Peralaygal Vishapetru Katu Nindradum, Alayindi Adangi Viduvadum. So this is the process of creation indicated through analogy. Namely, yes, an ocean is there, is seen. An ocean has no waves. In all days except, I think, Paurnami, they will have less waves. If you go into the middle of the ocean, they are calm. The ocean is calm. But when there is a storm or a heavy wind, then Kartinal Peralehal Vishapetru. So you will have a lot of waves in the ocean. And again, after the wind stops, when the storm is over, then Alayindri Adangi Viduvadum. Again, the ocean becomes calm. The sea becomes still. And then Avare, Tavara Jangama Porulhalellam. So all the movable things and the immovable things. Tavara is Thavara here. Sanskrit word is Thavara. Jangama is moving. So immovable and movable creations will be born from you. Unnidame Pirandu. Unnidame Laitu. Again, they get dissolved in you. Un Surupattukulle Adangi Pohum Tanmai Unnidame Ullu. So this is what we call the form with activities of creation, sustenance, and dissolution in the highest form itself. So Moonran Thiruvandadi, Thirukkanden, Ponmeni Kanden, Thigalum Arukkan Aniniramum Kanden, Cherukkilarum Ponnali Kanden, Purishangam Kai Kanden, Ennali Vannan Pal Indru. Alvar says, so Emberumanidam Mudalil Periya Piratiye Sevithen. We are referring to Srirangam as Periya Pirati. And of course, all the goddesses of all the temples as Mahalakshmi. So Arahiya Tirumeniye Sevithen. So Lord's handsome form was worshipped. அதன் நிறத்தை சேவித்தேன். So நிறம் is again of course நீலமேக ஷியாமளா. The complexion is like an ocean, blue ocean or blue cloud, blue black cloud. So Tiruvali Alvani Seviten, I worshipped the Chakram, Sudarshanam. Sudarshanam itself means beautiful to look at. So Tiruchangai Seviten, I worshipped Panchajanyam. And then the meaning continues in page 57. So Yennari Vannan Pal in. வேறொரு ஞானத்தை எதிர்கொண்டோ, I think the meaning stops there. So the two hands, right hand and left hand, where Chakram and Shankham was available. The conch and the discus were available. So I saw them. I had the darshan. Where En Arivannan Palin, I saw in the Lord who has the hue of the ocean. Arivannan. Ari is the ocean. Vannan, one who has the complexion as the ocean. Today, in so all the three Alvars had a darshan of Lord. The story is already popular, and we can go to the English translation.
Today I've seen the lotus dame on the frame of my ocean-hued Lord. He wields a fiery discus and a dextral conch in his hands. He has the radiance of the golden sun.
Oh, golden sun. Arivannan. Ari refers to the sun here. Okay. Of course, the morning sun. So let us take the previous paragraph. So முதலாழ்வார் ஒருவரை அறியாமல் தேச சஞ்சாரம் செய்து கொண்டிருக்கையில், so when they were visiting the holy places, so they came, and after the sunset, so Poigai Alvar reached a place called Tirukovalur, and he went to the palace of, or the house of Mrigandu, the great sage, and he was in the Dehali, and Bhudattalvar came there after Poigai. They said, இவ்விடம் ஒருவர் படுக்கலாம், இருவர் உட்கார்ந்திருக்கலாம், அமரலாம். One can stretch his legs in this place, or two people can sit. When they were two in number, Peyalvar came, and therefore this is the Pashuram of Peyalvar. இருவர் இருக்கலாம், மூவர் நிற்கலாம். So three can stand in order to save them from rain. They were enjoying the auspicious qualities of the Lord, and Trivikramatara, or rather Vamana in the previous form, came and nestled between them, and then therefore they all saw. So Poigai Alvar said, he kept the sun as the lamp and saw him. Then Bhudattalvar saw him with affection as his light, his curiosity as the ghee, and his thought as the wick of the lamp, and his affection was the lamp. And then he lit the what we call wisdom lamp, and then finally Peyalvar, he saw all the darshans. So the Peyalvar's statement is here referred to as Shubhashraya. He only considered the goddess Mahalakshmi as Purushakara Bhuta. And therefore, because she was with him, the complexion of the Lord is also beautiful. So he says comparatively, in the mountain of gem called Maratakam, the green gem, Lord is like a young sun, Balasurya. And therefore, so he was also so affectionate to the Lord, and he was afraid that some harm will be done to him. Just like Periyalvar blessed him. So he also described the two weapons also, the Shankham and the Chakram. So he actually deviated our attention to these two so that Lord will not have any evil eye because of his beauty.
Ramanujataya Patram Jnana Vairagya Bhushanam Srimad Venkatanathāryam Vande Vedantam Kavitārtika Simhāya Kalyāna Gunatāline Srimate Venkatesaya Vedanta Gurave Vadidvibashiro Panchalana Parakrama Sriman Venkatanathāryam Sriyam Vijayata Srirondru Thupal Venkatamudayan Parondru Thunna Palamuriyul Orondane Amayado Dharaniyul வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர
ராமானுஜதயா பாத்ரம் ஞான வைராக்ய பூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்த தேசிகம் கவிதார்க்கிக சிம்ஹாய கல்யாண குணசாலினே ஸ்ரீமதே வெங்கடேஷாய வேதாந்த குரவே நமஹ. சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம்